It's called Hooked. I think is the person that wrote it was Nair, Nir or so. So, but the name of the book is Hooked. I think someone can drop a link on the WhatsApp group for it, or can also upload the book. I think the book is not much. The file is not much. Anybody that has it can do that now. For those that don't have the book, it's really interesting. Then he gave us websites on where to get internships, remote jobs, international and locally. So the first one that he said was startup.jobs. That's startup, startup.jobs. Second one was internships.com. INTERNSHIP, then S, internships.com. Then tambourine.io. Tambourine.io. Those are the three internships. I think I know that there are more. Many guys know more. So you can drop it on the chat group or you can drop it on the WhatsApp group. Then to know exactly what is required of us as product managers or in the company that you want to work for or in the area that you want to focus on, you can go to the career pages of Flutterwave or Paystack or Stripe. These are fintech companies that use product managers, and then you can know exactly where to upskill. If it's a particular, I know some of them ask for this SQL proficiency. So that's one of, you can also get your own training on that, so that at least even if when you go for job applications and the rest, you have an advantage. Then where to get some informations, Twitter. If you have not downloaded Slack, you need to. That Slack is really important. Like I'm on 2 Slack channels now. One is non-tech in tech, and the other one is people in product. So if you go to their Twitter handles, you will see. Yes, he's going to be asking questions from a certain material. The material I just said now, he put it up in the group. Someone put it up in the group, in the WhatsApp group. If you're not in the WhatsApp group, please DM the facilitator so that she can send you the link. The book is Product Strategy. So please, if you are not on the group, please, on the WhatsApp group, you have a WhatsApp group, please, just let the facilitators know. So people in product and non-tech in tech, these are where you can get valuable information. And I think most of these product jobs, especially this internship, they work based on referral. I don't know why, but someone has to give you a good referral for them to even call you. For some of them, not all, but just a few of them, they are recruits without much structure. They just get a referral. Once they refer you, it's much more easier. So that's about that. So please, guys, just look at the book and then you'll be asking questions on each side. Most of the questions that have come up is what is value proposition, what is product strategy, what do you understand by, what are the three components of product strategy. So try and read up on that.
Yes, we can.
We'll be having a little class on Saturday, like a general class, just to highlight what we have done from the beginning of this section or beginning of this training so that the guys that are just joining us can like have an idea. If you just start in the middle, it's very hard to be following, even in that middle that you started from, it may be difficult. So I won't be the only one speaking that time. I think I will invite one or two people to speak with me too, so that you can get a full grasp of what's happening. Then if anybody can speak on this prototyping, I
Sorry,
wasn't yeah.
what time what is the general class on Saturday?
We'll take a poll. We'll take a poll, or we'll have to ask people on the group or WhatsApp group before we set a date, before we set a time,
Oh,
try
oh,
to fit everybody.
okay. Thank
All right. Then, if anybody can really, if anybody has an experience with product management, even if it's as very little, you can tell us, even if it's just by even shadowing or seeing what's going on. If anybody can just give us what a day is like in product management, so that people can really like have an understanding of what they are going into. Anybody has any little one, most of us here, we are working with theory, we are working with ideal situations. I know there are a lot of meetings that go on in product management, a lot of meetings. So if anybody can give us an idea, that will really be beneficial. Nobody with little experience here. Okay, those that have gone online to research, please kindly tell us some things that we done that have not been talked about that Anybody at all. There's no information that is bad or that is waste. Now someone should speak up now. Let's get this train moving.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Chigozie.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, thank you for the information. I just want to talk about the internship opportunity that somebody shared on the group. And
Okay.
thanks to that person, I really don't know who the person is. So I went through it and I saw that would submit a CV. I think it was even specifically stated that should be a one-page CV and all of that. And then you state the transferable skills, probably from your previous career or job or whatever, into that would be valuable into PM and all of that. So I just want to point out that if we can probably, if anybody has any template and person can share, so that we can start to build our CV to apply for internship opportunities.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I just want to put that
That,
out.
that's really, really true. I've even been waiting for that. That's why some of this internship I've not even applied for.
Yeah,
Because structure your CV so that you
CV,
can.
yes. And the tools that we've learned about Miro, Figma, and all of that. And then I think Demola was also about leading us into learning how to use storyboard, how to do that. So I mean, if you can just put those little things here and there together, it's going to come up to something that a recruiter will say, okay, you're fit to for this role as an intern. I think
Yeah.
it's a really long way if we come up with that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Praise. That's really important for us to at least start applying so that at least before the end of the program, at least one or two people would have gotten something and shared their experience. So I know I've attended one or two Twitter spaces, this space meeting that they do on Twitter, one on products, another on remote jobs, and then those that are transitioning to product management. There was a space I attended on that, and they spoke a lot about what is required and then how to get it. So that's why I was talking about prototyping. Then someone mentioned that, okay, we'll speak about it in the WhatsApp class or in the Saturday class. But a lot of people, they want what you have done. They want to see what you have done, whether you are just starting out. If it's a problem, most of the senior product managers, they were saying, oh, that the best thing is just to pick a problem and then try to use the product strategy to solve it. And then once you get your solution, you do a wireframe or you do a sketch of your solution. And that's what you just want to see. Once it's not just one, but at least two or three. And once they have seen that, that's all. That's what they need to invite you before they come and start asking you about which the other
Good
questions will not
morning.
be much.
Please come again.
Good morning.
Good morning, Demola.
Good morning. I'm very sorry. I had issues with network, so I had to go get another. So I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Please use the chat section if you can hear me clearly. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Please let us drop our comments. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Please kindly make me the host, please, coordinator. Good morning, everyone. So are we ready for today's class? Please let's get a pen and a paper. Let's get a book because today's class is going to be really, 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 I don't know, amazing. I won't use the word tough, but to be really, really amazing. To be really, really amazing. So please let's get book and Bible and all. Please if you are with your book and paper, please let me know. Get a book, get a Bible, get a book and a pen. Get a book and a pen. It's really, really important. Get a book and a pen. Hmm. So have you gotten? Please, if you have gotten, are we ready for today's class? Please let's use years. We need 100%. Yeah, get a book and a pen. Yeah, you need 100% attention. You need your 100% mind here because you miss this, you miss all. So please get a book and a pen. This it might require a little calculation. So just get and let's. So who is that? Can the coordinator make me a host, please? I need to mute everyone. Oh, Please make me host, please. Oh. So, so basically, the class time frame has been reduced. It's no longer it's no longer 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. I think it's now 9 a.m. to 12:30. So we now have a shorter time, but I think the break will be 30 minutes now. I don't know yet. I don't know yet, but it should be 30 minutes and not 1 hour break. So meaning we have to keep coming. We have to come to the class early because we will no longer wait for anyone again. So we just have to start. Even if we have one person, if we have two people, we just have to start the class with, with them. So today we are actually working on. We actually please put your phones on silent. Get ready to take notes. Get calculator ready. Yeah, it's metrics. Yes, get your calculator ready and be ready to ask questions. Yeah, because this is metrics, this is product metrics. Be ready to ask questions. So yeah, metrics. So basically, what? Yeah, let me open the slide. Let me open the slide. Yeah, before opening this now. So before opening this slide, what do we understand by metrics? Please let's use the chat section. Yeah, the storyboard will be creating it later. There's no time anymore. Time has been reduced. We'll be creating it later. It's just what I attached, not like it's part of the syllabus or something. The storyboard will be creating it later. Well, we'll be doing the practical part probably at the end or something. We'll be doing the practical part at the end, so it doesn't like delay everything. So we'll finish the theoretical part first, then we move to the practical part. We move to the tools and some other necessary things that we should know. So yeah, what do we understand by metrics? Yeah, I've heard about metrics before. Metrics, metrics. Please use the chat section. What do you understand by the word metrics? What does metrics mean to you? Does it mean a method of measuring something? Oh, thank you, Anita. Who's the next person? What is metrics? What does metrics mean to you? Metrics. A method of measuring something. To me, I would say metrics is number. Yeah, I call metrics number. Yeah, metrics. My metrics, my number, my measurements. Yeah, my measuring, my number, my. Basically, that's what it means to me. That's me. So someone else, Adita, thank you. Please use the chat section, please. This class needs engagement. Unless if you don't get this class, everything is done. Most of the assessment you'll be doing is based on metrics and all. There is nothing. Metrics is a tool of measurement used for comparing and tracking. Well, is a tool for measurement. Metrics is measurement. Metrics is the standard. Hmm. Everyone. Hmm. So, since everyone knows these metrics, like it's a standard. Everything you guys have been saying, there's measure or measurement there in every of these. Metrics are data information. Metrics are data because measurements are data also. So metrics are indicators to measure. So no, now who is Peter Paul? What are you writing? Metrics are indicators to measure the success or failure of a product. I did not say product metrics. I said metrics alone. Metrics alone. Metrics alone. What's metrics mean to you? So since everyone has seen measurement. So what is product metrics? So what is product metrics? From these metrics, then you should be able to get what product metrics means. So what is product metrics? What does product metrics mean? So just add product to the metrics that we've been given the definition. So what is product metrics? Where's this? I think I have some people yesterday that they were unable to respond very well to the product strategy assessment. Please say something. Oh, say something. Please say something. This is really different from product strategy. Say something. Let me look. Maria Betang, please chat. Stella Maris, yes. Please drop something. Drop your suggestion. People are dropping. Please drop something. So what is product metrics, please? Product metrics are data measurement that business use to evaluate the success. Yeah, you guys are doing it well. Like I am really really happy. Miriam Nagudi, thank God you dropped something. Thank you very much, Miriam. This is really amazing. People are dropping sense. Exactly why sometimes everything I want to teach, it has been dropped in the chat box. So product metrics. From my initiative, product metrics is an array of data information, success or failure of the product. Yes, yes, yeah. For measuring, so metrics, product metrics. No, no, Michael, I did not say matrix. So metrics, like normal metrics. Okay, parametrics. People are dropping things. So parametrics, product metrics, product metrics, parametrics, parametrics. Yeah. So, so let's start. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen? Please use the chat section if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? So basically, we know metrics. We all understand what metric means, and there is a little bit of measurement in what metrics means. The metrics is an indicator. Metrics is used to measure this, measure that. So sometimes we can call metrics the KPI. That's the key performance indicator. So it gives the company evidence about a product or customer experience, and 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 it actually provides the product, the product, the marketing are the same thing with data-driven information to understand what motivates their customer. So if I won't say if you want to become a badass or a better product manager, you should be skilled in data. I won't say, but you should do product management. There is product manager role. I am data driven, so I understand data really, really well. So mine, I focus more on data. So there are still people who focus on the technical side, the technicalities. That's the technical product manager. Yeah, it depends on what your goal is in whatever company you're actually working with. So it depends on your goal there. So I think we made mention something about KPI. So what I think I mentioned. So what what is KPI? What is KPI? What do you understand by key performance indicators, KPI? What does KPI mean to you? What does KPI? What do you understand by KPI? Key performance indicator. What does it mean to you? What does it mean to you? KPI. Well, I know KPI is key performance indicators. Yeah, what does it mean? KPI is I need enough responses. Please. I need enough response. I need enough response. So I told you guys we need to engage in this class seriously. I need engagement, please. Please, let's drop everything. Please, I need responses. What do you understand by KPI, please? I need enough response. Please, everyone needs to need this product is really, really important. Please drop what you understand by KPI. Drop it. Key performance indicator, KPI. Really, really important. Please drop anything. So I think that time we start. I think that time start working from Monday, not today. So we are still going to finish our usual 2 o'clock and our usual 1 hour break. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock on today. So 2 o'clock. It's next week, not today. So we still have time. Yeah. So now, please continue. Please continue. KPIs, please. I need more KPIs. Tell me. So can we see? So can we see the definition of these 3 terms? Metric. A metric is any type of quantitative measurement used for assessment. Assessment. So product metric is a measurement used for assessment of product. A KPI is a specific type of metric. A KPI is a type of metric, and okay, KPI that's information and experimentation. There's something called OKR. Has anyone heard about OKR? The full meaning of OKR. OKR. MNOKR. K O for orange, K for nice, and R for red. OKR. Who's destroying on this slide? So I don't like sharing screen. Who's this person now? I know. Objective key review. You are close, precious. Objective key reviews. Objective key reviews. You are close, sir. You are really close. Objective and key result. Yes, you will call you are objective and key result. Objective and key result. Objective and key result. Mr. Adima, I can't hear you clearly. I guess external echoes. Please, are you hearing me clearly? Are you hearing me clearly? So, please use the chat session if you can hear me clearly, and if you can. There is no echo here, so again, I don't know where the echo is coming from. I don't know where the echo is coming from. Please increase your volume if I can. Probably I'm the loudest here, so we can say product metrics, and another way we can actually define product metrics is product metrics are measurements that help product managers and marketers evaluate the success of their products. So so product metrics are measurements that help product managers and marketers evaluate the success of their product. So are you following me? So we know this KPIs, it helps stakeholders in organizations or in companies determine how customers are interacting with the product and the value it brings the company and how it can be improved on. Yes, it gives you information so you can decide or you can make your next decision. So why do we measure? Like why do we measure? Why do we measure? Why do we measure? Why metrics? Why product metrics? So why do we measure? Why do we measure our product? Why are we doing product metrics? Can anyone give me an answer to that, or just give me anything like why do we measure? Why do we measure our product metrics? So why product metrics? Why do we measure? Why are product managers measuring their product metrics? So why are they really measuring? Is it because they just feel it is good to measure, or there is there is a reason why they're actually measuring their product metrics? Why? As a product manager, why do you want to measure your product? Why do you want to measure your metrics? Why do you just want to? So to me, if you are attaining the purpose of your product, okay, okay, thank you, Michael. To get feedback on the performance of the product and take the initiative. So maybe the product is doing well or failing. Like, have you ever tried? Have you ever? This is part of measurement. Let's give real life case study. I know almost everyone, probably not almost everyone here. Some people here must have been using Uber or Bolt. Now, if you actually cancel the ride, it brings a bar for you to actually mention. Is it that the driver is far away? Is it that it is a delay? Is it that you just want to cancel? Is it that you don't want the driver again? Is this something like that? Those things are data. They are measuring it. They are measuring the reason why their customers actually canceling right. It's on it's on Zoom also. If I remove someone from this class, it brings out a bar for me to feel like, oh, why did I remove this person? That is why you see after Instagram video calls, you are being asked to rate the call 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, or 5 star. So those things are data. They are used to measure that particular feature in that product. Used to measure, oh, let's measure our video call in Instagram feature or Instagram video call feature on Instagram. So if so many people, they will even ask you, why did you call the call? They even ask most times. So you tell them, is it a network issue? You are not convenient with this call. You are not doing this. You are not. It's just you are using it to measure, to understand where adjustment is being needed. Oh, today, if over 1,000 customers actually gave out an Instagram video call 1 star. Why? Why did 1,000 customers give us 1 star? It demands an explanation. Demands a whole lot of things. So, few reasons why we measure product metrics is because it helps in setting goals, tracking progress, making decisions, finding new value, validating ideas, get warning signal, and trust and approval. Yeah, it helps in finding new value because it helps in brainstorming. Yeah, data actually helps in everything. Oh, right now, if I finding new idea means okay, let's see. Mm, Twitter, for example, Twitter, we have this space thing and all. Okay, this space thing. It is just like let's say 100 participants at once, and everyone has been using more than 100. It can add more people, so you have to remove more people. Let's say, for example, Clubhouse accept more than 100 participants at once. Now data is being needed. At the end of each conversation, people drop reviews. So those reviews are like, oh, we were not able to take Those things are data. We were not able to take more students for our for our space because it accepts only 100 people, and so it's bringing new ideas. It's helping the team actually work towards the new future. Okay, let's increase this. Let's make it 150. There has been a lot of responses about the Twitter Space feature. So let's increase our space. They talk to the engineering team. Is this possible? Do we have to upgrade our do we have to upgrade our systems? Do we have to upgrade anything? Data is really, really important as a product manager. So as a product now, imagine as a product manager yourself, everyone. So why do you want to measure? I want to know the reason why you want to measure. As a product manager, why do you want to measure? We all have this problem. We have this product idea. We just have so many things. The agro guy, the cake person, the what's the other person? All these ideas, the tailor, the fashion designing, so many, the fintech guy, so many people with different ideas. So why do you want to measure? Why do you feel measurement is really, really important? So this is the chat section. As a product manager, why do you want to measure? Just think about it. Yeah. Just think about it. Why do you want to measure? Why do you want to measure? So as a product manager, why do you want to measure? Please drop in the chat section why you want to measure as a product manager. Why do you want to measure? So why do you want to measure? Let me follow the people who has just respond.
I can't see.
Stella Maris, okay, I can see. Thank you, Stella Maris, for dropping because we are working with resources as a product manager. Thank you, Stella Maris. Mary Abedheim, I can't see your response here. Mary Abedheim, I can't see your response. I don't know why you are not responding. Mary Abedheim, I can't see your response. I can't see your response. The only reason why I'm just calling on you because I wasn't really satisfied with your response during the product strategy assessment. So that is why I'm actually calling on you. So that's just the only reason. So why do you want to measure the product manager? Now you are a product manager. Why do you want to measure? Why? For what reason do you want to measure? So now, as a product manager, as a product manager, it is important to measure. Yeah, we all know it's important to measure. It's important to measure, but it doesn't really mean you now have to measure everything. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't mean you have to measure everything. You don't have to ask the wrong questions. You don't have to spend more time collecting data. You spend more time analyzing data, not collecting data. You spend more time analyzing data. The only reason why I ask everyone to keep jotting is because what I'm saying it's not in this PDF, it's just according to my own. So I might not repeat it. Yes, I might not repeat it. Yes, that's just it. So because I can't even remember again. I've said it, I've gone. I'm just saying it from my own side as a data analyst. So I might not come back to it at all. So what does iteration mean? So you have to keep iterating as a product manager, as your product grows, you need to keep iterating. And you don't the problem I think the problem most people make again is misunderstanding the customers, the product and the business. Yeah, it is even common. A lot of people every the reason why I said you don't have to measure everything is because every metric really matters, but you must have a focus. Focus is really important. So let's talk about objective and key results. So OKRs, OKR is a metric that defines a big picture objective for the team or the company as a whole. So now let's can let's talk about the big difference between KPIs and OKRs. That's key performance indicator and objective and key result. So let's use this. If you were on a road trip, the dials on your car dashboard will be your KPIs. Like, okay, telling you if everything is working properly. Your OKRs will be the navigation system, helping you track if you're on the right path or you need to correspond. So are you seeing my slide? Please are you seeing my slide? Please are you seeing what I'm reading out? The statements inside the code, can you see it? Okay. So because I'm sure everyone must have been thinking, both are actually metric now. KPI, key performance indicator, is a metric also. It's a metric. OKR, objective and key results, is a metric also. So the question now is, how do we explain the key difference for everyone to actually understand? So this is it. If you were on a road trip, imagine you're on a road trip and you are in your car. The dials on your car dashboard will be your KPI. So the dials like it tells. Do we know dials on cars like that tells if everything in the car is actually working properly? Please, do we understand this dial thing? Please use the chat section. The content on my screen is not visible. Are you seeing it or not visible? I'll I'll drop it. I'll drop the like. You, do we know what a dial is? Do you know what? I'll drop a PDF. Please use the chat section. I think it has the speedometer, the fuel gauge, the oil pressure. Okay, please use the chat section. Okay, if you are driving it, you see that thing at the screen that will tell you like that you actually that, that will indicate probably petrol won't finish. So those things are the dials, like the dials in the car. It gives measurement of the speed also, the speedometer and everything. I mean now you need to zoom in. I'll drop the PDF after this thing, but you need to zoom in. I can't zoom in here. It won't allow me to see the whole content. Please you need to zoom in. So everyone understands. So everyone here has a car. That's nice. Oh. That's really, really nice. Me, I don't have a car. It's just okay, normal. So thank God we all know. So the dial I has the speedometer, the fuel gauge, the temperature. Someone's okay. The temperature gauge, yeah, the temperature. I don't know if it has this warning lamp. Probably it does. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know much. So the dials on your car dashboard will be your KPI. Yes, it's your KPI. You are using it to measure if everything in your car is working perfectly. Like, do we understand KPI from that aspect? Please use the chat section. Do we understand KPI from that section? From that part, like, oh, the dials in your car as as a KPI for measuring if everything is actually working perfectly in the car. So it means let's imagine that car as a product. The dials as a product, then it gives me like okay, my Instagram reels will be the temperature gauge, the Instagram video call, the Instagram, so many features like that. It means I am using this KPI to measure if every of those features are actually working perfectly in my product. My product is actually Instagram, but I have so many features on Instagram. Hmm. People still don't understand exactly why I said everyone that we need to. I'm really serious. Yeah, we need to like pay attention. We need to like be attentive to this thing. I think it took me extra 4 Udemy courses before I got this thing perfect. 4 Udemy courses. Four, four, four. Because I just want to understand all this metrics and all, and it's actually not easy. So, do we understand KPI using the explanation I just did? If you don't use no, if you understand, please use yes. If you don't understand, please use no, and if you understand, use yes, please, so I can repeat. Don't go to that part that saying KPI measures smaller or okay. No, no, I'm not talking about it. The whole life explanation I use now, the whole case study I use now. I use stack case study now. I use like okay, let me break it down. Let me break it down. No, forgive me. I'm in here, relax. We actually 48 here. People are actually saying something. I'll be 42. We are not even over 23. Yes or no? This product metrics, we go ask ourselves questions tire because I'm sure a lot of people won't get it, but they won't want to. Probably they are shy. They don't want to say something or something. You say something. Okay. Now let me start again. What does KPI mean? Like, okay, let's say something metrics. What is the meaning of KPI? Please use the chat section. KP. Don't use a car. I don't drive. After I don't drive, but you enter bus now. I don't drive too now. I don't have a car, but you enter bus. You enter Okada. Okay, you are not the one at the front of Okada, but you enter bus now. I don't drive too. Not like I have one Benz or Maserati or a Tesla. I don't even have. So please please use the chat section. What is the meaning of KPI? What does KPI mean? The full meaning actually like key performance indicators. People that don't understand, please type it in the chat section. Let me take it again. This is really important. Please let me take it again. Let me take it again. KPI. Cynthia, you're struggling to hear me. Okay, can you hear me now? Is my voice better now, Cynthia? Can you hear me clearly now? So KPI is the meaning of KPI is let us please the full meaning of KPI. If you don't understand, please kindly drop the full meaning of KPI. It's everywhere now, it's everywhere the chat. Just copy and paste it and make it please just key performance indicator, please just paste it. Like key performance indicator. Keep up. Idris, increase your volume, please. My voice is high. Increase your volume. Key performance indicator is please drop the meaning of KPI. So basically KPI is a metric, yeah. It's a metric, and we all know what metrics is. Metrics is just a measurement. It's a measurement used for assessment. So KPI is a metric, KPI is a measurement. That's just what I want you to know now. Just understand that KPI is is a measurement. So understand KPI is a measurement is really, really important. Understand KPI is a measurement. Understand KPI is a measurement. Please understand KPI is a measurement. It's really, really important. So now KPI is a type of metric that lets you know quantitatively how successful a process is at achieving the desired outcome. I think it's on the slide already. So let me zoom it. Can you see it now? Yeah, basically, KPI is a measurement that is used to evaluate performance. No matter, you don't need stories. So KPI is a measurement used to evaluate performance. Yeah, KPI is a measurement used to evaluate performance. KPI is a measurement used to evaluate performance. So please get it right. It's a measurement used to evaluate performance. So to me, a metric, a metric is a measurement used for assessment. So a KPI is a metric used to evaluate performance. So now, apart from KPI being a metric, there is OKR, objective and key result, which is also a metric. But OKR defines a big picture objective for the team and the product or the company as a whole. So meaning KPI is just used for the product to evaluate the performance of the product. While OKR it defines the objective of the company or of the team as a whole. So do we understand this part? Like KPI or KPI is used for measuring or evaluating performance of this product or the certain product. Yes, okay. KPI is used to measure or assess performance of Instagram. Yes, performance of Instagram, from the Instagram story to the reels, to the call, to the voice call, to the video call. So many features KPI is used to assess the performance. Why OKR is a metric also, but it defines a big picture objective for the whole Instagram team, from the junior product manager to the associate product manager to the senior product manager to the VP of product to the head of product, whatever it is. It defines the big picture objective for the team and for the company as a whole. That's Meta. Yeah, Meta. Meta. It defines the whole. Facebook. They are still Instagram. So it defines the whole objective for the team and for the company. Can you see? It's actually it's okay. It goes beyond the product Instagram itself, but it's defining an objective for the team and for the company. While KPI is not actually defining an objective for the whole company. KPI might actually define objective for the team, but not necessarily like defining the objective. It's actually defining it because it is used to measure the success of a product. And measuring the success of the product involves the product guide, the sales, the marketing, the growth accounts, and so many things. So that is just so someone is saying KPI measure KPI measures goals while OKR measures vision. I won't say 100% that you are right by your came a KPI measures goals. Yes, yeah. KPI measures goals, yeah, objective. But sometimes OKR is actually used for goals also. So that's why I won't say you are really right. The KPIs are used to measure performance, but they don't tell you what. Yes. For example, Netflix KPI will measure the number of subscribers, churn rate, and so on. Exactly. Why OKR will define the whole business objective, for example, overall revenue generation. Yes. Abra D. Yes. Customer lifetime value, the churn rate, the monthly revenue, so the retention rate. So KPIs are used to measure. KPIs are used to measure performance, but they don't tell you what needs to change or improve to drive the growth of those numbers. Yes, Abra, you are really right. Oh, you are really right. Thank you for this, for this, for this. I don't even know what to say. You are right, Abra. So, KPIs, let me see what Michael is saying. KPIs are used to measure performance, but they don't tell you what needs to change or improve to drive the growth of those numbers. They are high level business performance metrics that you analyze with precise. I don't really get it, Michael. The things I'm just keeping. The English is not sounding, it's not flowing well. It's sounding somehow. But okay, also I used to decide what needs to be changed, fixed, or improved. Once you decide which area needs to be improved, you write an objective focus on that area. Yes, you are somehow right with this OKR, but this KPI, I don't really get it. Yeah, this OKR used to decide what needs to be changed, fixed. Yes, obviously, what needs to be changed, fixed, or improved. And once you've decided on which area needs improvement, you write an objective, focus on that area, and key results to measure how close you are getting to this objective. So key results are specific to a particular focus area represented by them. Yes, you are right about this OKR. 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 Like, so, so do we understand this small thing that we just said? We've not gone far. We've not started this indicators, we've not started calculating customer lifetime value, we've not started not star metrics, we've not started so many things. So let's relax, we still calculate. So stop going. So see the car now. If you're on the road trip, the dials on your car will be your KPIs, telling you that everything is working perfectly. Your OKR will be the navigation system So Google navigation system, it helps you track if you're on the right path or not. So the OKR could be your company vision, it could be your Q1 goals, your first quarter goals, your second quarter goals, your third quarter goals, your fourth quarter of the year goals. So it helps you track if you're on the right path or need course correct. Yes, that's what I think Michael said about OKR. So they are used to decide what needs to be. Let me copy and paste it. Sorry, please. So let's go for 30 minutes break, please. It's 10:30. It's 30 minutes break, please. Let's go for 30 minutes break. Please, we'll be back 11, please. Don't let us delay, please. 11, we are back. 11, we are back, please. Thank you. number of it could be number of monthly active users, it could be number of okay. The North Star metrics for Zoom is number of weekly hosted meetings. For Slack, number of messages sent within a channel or an organization. For for WhatsApp, it is number of messages sent. For Amazon, number of purchase per month. I'm I'm sure for hotels.ng, it will be number of night booked. So it is just that one measurement. It is that one measurement that describes that describes the company long-term success. That's just what mm, North Star metrics is. But you should understand there is something. The reason why I call it focus metrics is because you're actually focusing on one part. So that is why it is a single metric. You are not focusing on everything. It's just a single metric. Like, are we getting this North Star metric part? Are we getting this North Star metric part? Our North Star metric for this net factor could be number of employed interns, number of employed PMs. Yeah, number of employed PMs. Yeah, that's what we want to use to measure the company long-term success. Number of people they employ as PM per month. That's just it could be what we want to use. The reason why people choose a focus, or the reason why I want to choose this as my North Star metrics, if okay, it leads to my revenue, it reflects customer value, and it measures progress. It measures progress. In everything, you have to have three things in mind. You have to have these things in mind. Like, oh, number of weekly hosted meetings on Zoom. Sure, it leads to revenue. One, because if I'm hosting meetings every time on Zoom, there is a limit to what I think the free version can actually take. It reflects customer value. Yes, if my metrics keep going higher, then it reflects oh people are actually coming in more. So it measures progress. Yes, retention rate, it measures progress. So a North Star metric is one measurement that is most predictive of a company long-term success. It describes the long-term success of the company. So one thing we have to understand, it is a single metric. It is one measurement. You are not measuring everything. There is a focus in North Star metric. So the North Star metric should provide evidence of a clear and direct relationship between your product problem and the degree to which it is solving it for your target market. So like do we please use the chat section. Are you with me? Use the chat section. Are you with me? Please, are you with me? Please, are you with me? Please use the chat section if you are with me. If you don't understand, use the chat section so I can explain. This part is really, really important. It is really, really important, honestly. Recap. Okay, Mary, what should I recap, please? I am here for you, Mary. What should I recap? So, please, Mary, what is Please, Mary, use the chat section. What are you having problem with? What I just explained. Okay, what did I just explain? Okay, not star metric. Yeah, maybe not star metric. Okay. Okay, now. So I said something about not star metric. I said it's a single metric. It's a single metric for your team or company that decides what will be the best to represent how your product is performing in the market, or what reflects your company long-term success or your product long-term success. So it is just about this. So it is a single measurement, one measurement. Remember I said you don't measure everything. You have a focus on your product to measure. There's always a focus. So North Star metric is the one measurement that is most predictive of the company long-term success. For example, uh, how many of us have actually heard about MySpace? MySpace. I don't, let me use MySpace. Let me use Facebook. Facebook North Star metric is number of monthly active user. Yeah, that is Facebook North Star metric. Number of act, monthly active users. For hotels.ng, I believe we all know hotels.ng for booking hotels online. So it is number of nights booked. Yeah, number of nights booked. The number of hotels or room being reserved every night. For Zoom, it is number of weekly hosted meetings. Yeah, this Zoom we're actually using. So the North Star metrics for Zoom is number of weekly hosted meeting. For WhatsApp, number of messages sent. Now, how do we find our North Star metric? I've just been saying for Facebook it is this, for Hotels.ng it is this, for Zoom it is this. Okay, what if I want to make everyone find the North Star metric for Kuda Bank or for mm, for Instagram? So this is how it works. You have to get the metrics right. Does the metrics reflect the user experience of the product core value? That is the first question I actually have to answer as a product manager. Does the metric indicate a level of engagement and activity on the product? Yeah, it is. It is not here. Yeah, it is not here. Yeah. I understand it is not here. Normal. That's why I said you should get your book and Bible. Not everything. They don't have it here, but I know it, so I just have to say it. I just have to say it. But if you read this very well, the reason why I actually prefer this is because um, they have a lot of stories inside. Yeah, they have. I personally won't do a slide that have these stories there. I'll just do probably like 30 pages slide, and that's all. But then they have, it's a PDF, so they have more stories, so you can understand really really well. That is why I actually prefer them. I prefer using them. So now let me repeat it so everyone can actually jot. Let me repeat it. I'll be able to type. Ugochi, I won't say if you're right or not. Relax, Ugochi. Relax, Ugochi. So, how do we find North Star metrics for a product? Number one, start writing. Does the metric reflect the user experience? Don't worry, please. Let me type it. Let me type it. So, this, let's check it out. So, are we with this? This is the chat section. Have you seen what I posted? Okay. Please jot it, write it down. I don't want to hear I did not see it. Okay, nice. So now let me move let me move around a little bit. Let's make this interactive because this predominantries now we've talking about this predominantries for a while. Like we'll spend time. Might spend the whole of this week. This week is even done. Yeah, today Friday. Probably like 4 days on predominantry. It's normal. So everyone must have been hearing about this word everywhere. Pre-seed funding, Series A, Series B. Have you heard about it? Please use the chat section. Have you heard about something like that? Pre-seed funding. Probably you say, oh, this startup raised $6.5 million pre-seed funding, $50 million seed A funding, $100 million seed B funding, like seed C funding of 500K, pre-seed like pre and seed, like seed as in seed, mango seed, apple seed, pre like PRE seed. Yes, you guys have been hearing them. So are you like, do you understand what those words actually mean? Because it's essential. Yeah, you have to really understand. Yeah, old school. Yeah, old school. Yeah, ALT Africa announced they raised the proceed. Yeah, 1 million USD. So everyone was like just yeah, bamboo. I think bamboo was something that million, like 16 or 15 million. There are so many of them raising this thing. So now let me start. So in a starting, the earliest fund, like the earliest fund, the earliest fund founders raised at the beginning of the cycle of a startup, it is called a pre-seed funding. It is a pre-seed funding. Yeah, most people call it friends and family investment. Yeah, because it's actually mostly raised via relationship and personal contributions and all. Like this guy said, this old school guy, Adewale, said he raised his money on WhatsApp or something. Sha. It means via his friend, sha, not like he went to someone he was speaking really hard or something. So that is what this precede means. It is like a stage of where it is still a business idea. It has there is an MVP. Like do we know what MVP means? Do we know what MVP means? Please use the chat section. Do we know what MVP means? Okay. Yes. Yeah, it's fine. Stella, yes, you can leave the class at 12. It's fine. So MVP is the minimum viable product. Yeah, it's minimum viable product. So pre-seed funding are mostly fundings that actually used to get stuff running. It's like the first funding in the first cycle of the startup. This is like the earliest fund. Most times it is from that's why you see most startup. Okay, after my startup crashed, everyone will feel God, okay, let me use a popular guy, Evans. I can't I don't know if you guys are actually familiar with him. He owns, I think he's the father of Credital, one digital agency, Credital. So what he does is just basically software, branding, UI UX, develop. Yeah, Evans Acano. So he's currently doing his master's in the University of California. So the reason why he chose there was because he wanted this wide network of people. He's actually building a software. It's a no-code software, something similar to Wix. Yeah, something like Wix, just Wix, something like Wix, just helping creators or people just do their website really, really easily. So, so he needs to on his Instagram live. He said he has met a couple of guys from India, from guys that are actually willing to invest, people that are willing to invest in his next product. So that's why most people actually go to MBAs and so many things like that just to leverage your network and all. You see, this old school, they were able to raise 1 million USD from friends as per the guy is this. They were the earliest guys will I say they were the early guys in Nigeria tech industry, yeah. From CC of Yaba to everywhere. They were like the first, the major guys, like the major guys then. When Mark came to Nigeria and they were like the major guys there in tech. So so it was easier for him to raise 1 million USD via WhatsApp. I would say it's lying. It's possible. 1 million USD is not even hard. This talent city guy, they raised I think 13 million USD now for building a talent city in Lagos around FME. And I think they bought 72,000 something acre of land or I don't even know. I think Sabi. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the figure. But the thing is, it's like early fund. It's like an early fund for a startup. That's what pre-seed means. Pre-seed funding. Pre-seed funding. That's what it is. The earliest fund founders raise at the beginning of the life. So whenever you see a startup raising pre-seed funding of 1 million USD, 2 million, so just communicate with it like, oh, this is like the early fund they are raising. So let's go to Series A. This Series A funding is really popular. Yeah, it's really everywhere. Series A funding of so and so million. This Series A is usually somehow huge. I won't say huge, not like it's huge, but it is hefty. So so this round is usually the first time founders offer ownerships to investors. So this Series A, it is being provided by venture capitalists, angel investors, accelerators, incubators, and all. I think we still take the differences between a venture capitalist and an angel investor. Yeah, you can be an angel investor in Nigeria too. I think there is this platform that allow example of these guys are venture guardians, micro traction, future Africa, those ones they invest, they are investors. So they want to take the founders are offering ownership to outside investors. So at this stage, the startup must not really must, the startup has this product market fit, has a growing customer base and a consistent revenue. Like revenue. That's why I keep saying investors are interested in revenue, not this profit, revenue. So this this round is really strategic because it's not most of these founders are not concerned about the money the investors actually bring in. But they like striking with people who bring in expertise and valuable experience for the startup. So that's just basically what Series A is. Let me repeat. So this Series A financing, or let me just Series A funding, is being it's just like the founders are offering ownership to investors, venture capitalists, accelerators, and incubators. So just that's just basically what Series A funding is. Yes, I that's just what Series A funding is. So whenever you see people saying they have 50 million USD Series A funding, it means oh this guy there is this major investor coming in and is offering his money, is offering his expertise. Oh, that's where stakeholders management comes in. Yeah, you know I keep saying about stakeholder management. So and they are offering experience as per most people as investor, they they've actually worked with so many they have this financial experience, like this experience and all. So they just come in and they invest, they offer everything. So someone is saying, what is accelerator and incubator? Hmm. You want to spoil my head. So accelerators, example of accelerators are Facebook or Yeah, there's this Facebook Nigeria of Montgomery Road, Yaba. I'm not sure if you are familiar with that area. So that's what. So now accelerators. So what accelerator offer? Okay, you are familiar with Facebook NGO of Yaba. So what accelerators have offer? They offer mentorship. They offer capital. They offer connection to investors and business partners. So that's why most people do accelerator program. Example, Debob Africa, they offer accelerator program. Debob Africa, Friday, or let me say Debob Africa. You can type in Debob Africa, Facebook NGO, accelerator. Yeah, that's just any other. Let me guess any other accelerator. Accelerator. I make whatever incubators. Let me talk about incubators now. I did not say Africa. I said Debob Africa. Let me type. Debob Africa. I said Debob Africa. Debob Africa actually. Debob Africa. Yeah, Debob Africa. Facebook NGO. Let me type the accelerators. Facebook NGO. Yeah, so they offer mentorship, capital. Facebook NGO they offer mentorship to start a website. Mentorship, they connect you with the best guys out there for advice, for fundings and so many things like that. What incubators? Mm, The incubator, the difference with incubator is this. Incubator, they are more they are more open-ended than accelerators because the incubators they nurture startups, okay, they nurture startups for a longer period of time. Incubator incubators offer so like an incubator is I don't even know an example of an incubator. I think CCO is an incubator. I don't know. But the point is if you okay, David alone told you if you have your startup, an incubator is like you come in with your team. In my own, I still offer you mentorship and I nurture you. But you guys are still going to be with me for let's say like 3 years, for like 4 years, just like for over long period of time. So what incubator does most time, they turn that idea into a marketing product. That's what they do. Incubator, yeah, CCO is an incubator. They offer office space, consultation with experts, just an environment to enhance collaboration. That's just basically what an incubator does. So mm, there might not be much difference, but different there are still differences. So accelerator is just like accelerator is just one incubator can go for 2 years. Accelerator is just like it's like cohort programs. Like cohort programs, it can be just like 6 months, 4 months, 1 year. We don't even say 1 year, so let's say 6 months, 9 months, 3 months, and 4. That's just what accelerator gives. But incubator, longer period of time, it could be for 3 years, it could be for so many things like that. So, like, to we understand incubator and accelerator, so let's move to Series B funding. So, do we understand this thing? Please, are you with me? Please use the chat section if you are with me, please. Are you with me? Please use the chat section if you are with me, please. Are you with me? Please, are you with me? Please, chat section, please, let's get please, I need more responses, please. If you're in this class, please drop a message in the chat section. If you're in this class, drop a message in the chat section. Please drop a message. Please, let's go. Okay, next one. Let's talk about Series B funding. An example of company that raised Series B funding is Kuda Bank. Kuda Bank with 50 million. Was it 50 million? Yeah, 50 million USD Series B funding. And from Kuda Bank, I think you can understand that Kuda Bank is not an early startup when they raised. I think they raised 50 million last year. The operation is really on. So they've acquired users and people are still going everywhere. So Series B funding, it happens to startups that are seeking to expand. You want to expand. You want to expand. Funds that are being secured in Series B funding are used to extend your market reach, add more product features, consolidate on marketing, advertising, tech, increase your staff strength to meet rising demand. So as you can see now, Kuda Bank is everywhere. The only place the ads are not reaching inside toilet or inside fridge. From your audio mark to your Snapchat to I don't know where you are going. Kuda Bank is everywhere. I'm using it, so why it's disturbing me? So, there was a time when I entered Lagos, I was seeing Kuda Bank everywhere, BRTs, billboards, they were just everywhere because Series B funding is already working there. So the only reason why investors go for Series B funding is consistent revenue are proving to investors that they can scale. I kept on saying something about revenue is not profit. So consistent revenue, yeah, back of the frame. They had Erica, they went on Big Brother. So they've acquired this large number of users. So they stood 1 million downloads on Google Play. They've acquired this large number of users and everyone keep doing transactions. They keep transacting because it's back of the free. Keep sending money. I think it's the most widely used digital bank by Yahoo Boys there. Widely used digital bank by Yahoo Boys. Mostly used. Yahoo Boys were using Kuda Bank the whole fucking lot. Then I don't know now that then on Kuda Bank without BVN you can still put your money. You have without putting your NI, you can still put your money. There is a limit to the amount you can actually put. So they've acquired a lot of users. So now they got Series B funding mostly because they want to extend market reach. Mostly most staff and the co-founder said that they want to add loan features and those things require more marketing, more tech, more engineering, and staff strength because they want to meet with rising demand. So and startups that raise Series B funding, they have a track of satisfied clients, consistent revenue. So investors come in for them for Series B. Almost everyone have actually heard about Kuda Bank. I think if I'm an investor, yes, I'm going for Kuda Bank. Very, 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 very sure I'm going for Kuda Bank for Series B. So if I am an investor, I'm going for Kuda Bank for Series B. Yeah, I'm going for Kuda Bank for Series B. So that's what Series B is. So Series B funding is mostly for startups that want to expand. Yeah, Series B is for startups that want to expand, for startups that want to expand. It is being this funding is being led by one investor. Then that one investor, he or she invites other investors or venture capitalists to come on board to invest in that startup. So most times the Series B funding are really, really huge because it is a company that has a consistent revenue. They already have these satisfied customers. So you need to throw in huge funding for it to scale really, really very well. So that's just what Series B is all about. So I believe, do we understand what Series B is like? So did we get what Series B was all about? Please, are you with me with Series B funding? Please follow up. Yes, yes, yes. These things are really, really important. Like really, really important. You need to understand. There's no point you're a PM, you don't understand what Seed A is, Seed B is, Seed C are. So you're just reading news that this one is raising money. Your mind, you just think they are raising money. You don't know why they are raising money or how they are raising money. So you need to really understand. So yes, yes, please. Few minutes, please. Like 2 minutes. I'll be back here. I'll be back now. Yes. Yeah. So Idris, what are you not sure of? I mean, what are you not clear with? So Idris, Idris, what don't you understand, Idris? Idris, please use the chat section. Tell me please before I move to Series C funding. So Idris, what are you know? Accelerators, accelerators and incubators are no categories of pre-seed funding. They are two different things. I just mentioned them. We just mentioned them like accelerator, tech accelerators, incubators. They are two different things. They are not part of pre-seed funding. Pre-seed funding is just about funding. It's about money, giving me money to the early money I'm using for my startup. Okay, so let me give pre-seed. Pre-seed is when I come here to this class, then I pitch about my startup to everyone here. Then everyone is like, oh, okay, Demola is our friend. Okay, I donate 1,000. I donate 1,000. Everyone here is an angel investor. So let's say 44 people here, 44,000 USD, then that is my pre-seed funding. That is my earliest fund for my startup. I got it from my friends. Yeah, I got it from everyone here. So that is like pre-seed funding. That's what pre-seed funding means. Like, do you understand now? No, seed A and seed B fundings, they don't fall under pre-seed funding. They are another funding on so pre-seed funding is pre-seed funding. Series A is another funding. Series B is another funding. Then another funding is Series C. So they don't fall under pre-seed funding. Like, do we understand? Please, do we understand? Please, let's see the chat section. Am I not trying? There's no engagement. Am I not trying? Am I not trying? Please, are you getting it? Please just use the chat section. Yes or no? Are you getting it? Please, let's use the chat section. Let me get if everyone is with me. Yes or no? Please, let's work. Let's work, everyone. Let's work, everyone. Please. Let's move to Series C funding. Series C funding. So this Series C funding, I want to do the last funding. Well, I don't even know what the last funding is. Series C funding. So Series C funding is it happens when these startups have gathered a significant customer base. So the startup is already established. It's already an established leader. Like so, it's already established leader. People that can gather Series C mostly are just like let me see Patricia, Flutter Wave. Those guys can gather Series C. But what when they already established, then why do they need this? Why do they need Series C funding? Like, can someone just guess, just try? Like they already established, they already a leader in their industry, in their niche rather. So why do they funding? Why do they need Series C funding? Can someone just use the chat section, please? To go international, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, to go international in order to make more money. No, like money. Expansion, yes, maybe. To expand the scope of your business, yes, maybe. expand the scope of their business to go public. They're already public now. To be David, they already Olorun to be they already public expansion, to expand new subdivisions. Yeah, maybe Chigos, yeah. IPO, like David, Olorun to be. What do you mean by IPO? Like, what do you mean by that IPO? That IPO, yeah, that IPO coming in here. Can you use the chat section? Like that IPO to acquire another company, Ugochi, chop 100 to ensure financial growth, to develop new product, chop 100. So Series C funds are used to enter new markets, to develop new products, to acquire new startup. Yes, wherever you see, probably you just hear one day that, oh, Flutterwave acquired. Oh, imagine Flutterwave acquired Aboki Africa. I mean, Aboki Africa is now great. Uh, Flutterwave acquires Rise, whatever it is. It's just Series C. Yes, they need Series C. The funds there are being used to bring in another product, or to bring in another, to acquire another startup. Yeah, whatever money, whatever revenue actually made from this startup A is meant for startup A, is for us to use to scale startup A. So now we want to acquire another startup. Let's say startup M. So to acquire startup M, let's go for Series C funding. Then we're actually going to use that funding to scale startup M. So that's just what Series C is used for. So because of the startup proven history of success and consistent return on investment, then investors are so much willing to bank on them. Yeah, to give them Series C. Series C, CVC, if they plenty, CVC. hmm. So startups, David Olorun Toby has given her. David Olorun Toby has given us that IPO. He said startup raise lot of around. So, for example, I think Andela raised 200 million USD in Series E funding. That's Andela. And Ope raised 400 million USD in their own funding also. So, Flutter we've raised 170 million USD for Series C funding. So, can you see that one? There is plenty. Team APT raised 100 million USD for their own Series C funding also. So that's how Series C funding. That's how Series C they raised larger amount, 170 million. Trade Depot raised 110 million. So you know, they are raising you because I think Flutterwave has 290,000 companies using their platform. 290,000 companies making payments in more than 50 currencies. So that is just it. They have this track record, just everything. So bringing in sent by Flutterwave Bata, and those things are actually what they actually use in reading Series C funding. So do we understand what actually mean by Series C funding? Do we understand Series C funding now? So we can move to our product metrics. Using the chat section, do we understand Series C funding? So everyone is actually going well with it. Nice one. So everyone is making me feel like, oh, you know, when I get stuff like this, like responses like this, I'll actually speak more, give us more things, more enlightenment and so many things because I'm already satisfied now. So I'm already cool with it. So, but not like people not responding, low vibe. I'll just be, what's happening? I won't even know what to do. And also, let's move to our normal. So, finding non-star metric. So, I've actually given you how you can find your non-star metric. Now, get me any product, any. Now, take your time, go through any product now and find and share it. Non-star metric. Yeah, it will take time. So, 10 minutes. Let me just 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes. Just go through any product, any digital product from Kuda Bank to Flutterwave to Carrywise to Piggyvest to Bumper to Browse Banking to Slack, any digital product that you know, any product to WhatsApp to Instagram to Twitter to Slack to anything, Abuki Africa Grid to Bridge Banking to Sparkle to there's so many like that. I don't know. So just go. Please just get enough star metrics and so I said go for any product you want and get this North Star metrics using the statement I gave you in the chat section. Just use it to like compare. You might I understand you might not get even me myself, I don't know the whole product North Star metrics. I mean the employee, I don't know everything, but but if I'm not 100%, most times 85% above because I try as much as possible to calculate. So what you are going to do to get it now is you are going to follow the statement I give you in finding North Star metrics. Now, look for one product that you've been using. I will also look for mine. I'll also present mine. I already know mine, so I don't need to. Then you will tell me how it relates with the statement. If you want to find it, then let's say I'm using Kuda Bank. It's just about thinking, deep thinking. Okay, what if I say it is the number of customers they acquire every month or every day? But does this metric reflect the user experience of the product value? Does the metric indicate a level of engagement? No. If they acquire customer and they are not making transactions, it is dead. It is dead. It is dead. So I'll cancel number of acquisition. Then I can now say number of daily transactions. Yes, because daily transaction that's the most visible non-star metrics for Kuda Bank. Yes, number of daily transactions, level of engagement will be high. I open the app, I top up my airtime, pay nepa bill, transfer. Engagement is like it reflects customer experience also. So yeah, it is that one thing that shows the company is moving the right direction because people are making transactions. Is it easy for everyone internally to understand? Yes, the internal stakeholders understand. Even the strength and the weaknesses, it lies in transactions. So that is it for Kuda Bank. So now look for any digital product and get no time. Please, we have 10 minutes. 10 minutes might just be small, but let's check out 10 minutes. Or let me give you 12 minutes. So by 12:20, I'm here. I'm still here. So please, let's run a research. Please, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Thank you. Thank you. So, anyway, guys, so we are going for a 30 minutes break. We are going to be back 12:30. So, before then, I've reached out to the coordinator. She will drop the attendance link. So, probably before 1, she would have dropped it. So, let's still relax. Okay, we are come back 1. Thank you. Use the chat. Use the chat section if you are with me. Yes, children here. Okay. Please, Irabo, calm down. Attendance need to be sent. Attendance need to be sent. Relax. So, so who is coming on first? Who is coming on first, please? Please, everyone, drop your, drop your product in the chat section with your North Star metric. Please, everyone, drop it in the chat section. Please, let me go through it. Please drop in the chat section. Let me go through it. So I'm going through everyone. So please drop everything so I can go through everything more. So please drop. Because not everyone has dropped. I don't know why this thing is easy now. I actually made everything easy for everyone. No. I'm coming. Please. I think it is bad this way. I'm coming. Please let me create a Google form and drop the link here. So So please kindly use that form. Please fill that form. Drop your North Star metric and the name of the product in the form. I already dropped the link to the form. Please let's use the form. Let's use the form. Please let's use the form. Please let's use the form. Fill the form, please. Can we see the link before? Yeah. That's not your attendance. So just for you to drop the North Star metric of the product. Please drop it and so I can work. Please drop it. I'm seeing the responses. So please fill that form or drop it in the form. Please drop it in the form.
Okay, what you are going to do is okay.
There's a mistake in the form. So what you're going to do is that email, just put the normal email address. Then that product not star matrix. You put your product, then you put the not star metric. For example, you can put Twitter, then you put dot or semicolon. You can put semicolon, then you put your not star metric. Someone has filled it that way, so just fill it that way. Just fill it that way. Just fill it that way. Already. So it was a mistake. So I was rushing. Just. Let's respond to the form. Let's respond to the form. I can see 36 responses, remaining 12 people. Please, let's respond to the form. And the attendance list has dropped. Please pick up the attendance list. Pick up the attendance list, please. Fill the attendance list right now. That is the attendance list. Sorry, please for delay. Sorry for delay. I'm checking the not star metric of every office. So I'm checking. Okay, I have 40 responses. We have 46 here. So I'm checking everyone. And literally, don't let me say the class has ended, but it has not ended. It's going to 2 o'clock. I'm checking everyone. Remaining 6 people, please drop it. After this class, I won't check it anymore. Please drop your not star metric, please.
Hmm.